Hey jumping family, Sydney here, and it is time for another mini trampoline unboxing and review. If you know me, you know that I have over 15 trampolines in my house right now. I have tried so many different brands and types, so I definitely know what to look for in a mini trampoline. So stay tuned to hear my opinion of this one. The one we have today is the Kensone Bungee Mini Trampoline. So far, I've tried their spring one, and it was really easy to put together because the springs are already attached. I have no idea what to expect for this one, so stay tuned and do it with me here. For those of you who are new here, welcome to Jump&Jacked. My name is Sydney, and I just want to help you find joy and movement using a mini trampoline. I believe fitness is not meant to be torture, and that is my mission, just to create fun workouts, and my favorite way to do so is using one of these beauties. So today we're gonna unbox it, I'm gonna try it out for the first time with you and let you know my honest thoughts. So, you ready? Let's do this. All you need today is a Kensone mini trampoline and scissors. So if you also just got one and need help putting it together, watch this too. I'll walk you through it. I know it can be confusing at times, the instructions, so do it here with me. This box is bigger than normal, so I don't know what to expect. They always do this, it's not Kensone in general, but I find Amazon packages do this where you get a big box and then inside it is another box. So I don't know what the point of that huge box was, but here is the box inside the box. So now let's open this box up. This one is an Amazon rebounder. I love these ones because they are for lower budget. So if you're just starting to rebound and you don't want to spend like $600+ on a mini trampoline, this is where Kensone and can really come into play. So I'm very excited to try them. Their customer support, the person I interact with, is so amazing with this company. So I'm so excited. I hope I love it because I'd love to build a long-term partnership. Guys, it's red. I didn't even know what color to expect. So some bungees are already on. So I don't have a red one yet. I love the fun colors. The issue with me is I film here, so I do love the aesthetics. I have a blue one, I have a green one. I used to have a red one to fit. Yeah, so back to what I was saying is I love the Amazon rebounders because these ones are lower price. I'll put the price up, but I just feel that to put $500 into a new hobby right away can be scary. So that's why I like to try to find lower price ones that are still great quality. I personally started with an Amazon rebounder that was like $150 during COVID, and it was the best thing. I used it for 2 years, and then I upgraded into a higher quality one. So if you're unsure, that's what I recommend doing, or if you have the money, go ahead and splurge. But what you have here is just take everything apart. This one has a T-bar, obviously, or a safety bar. So that's if you're just starting out, it gives you something to hold on to. It's really great to start with as well. And if you have no issues with space, it's great to have all the time. So if you're putting it together with me, what you're gonna wanna do is just take off all of this. We'll start with that. We'll lay everything out and then I'll show you what we have here. So some bungees are on, but we're still gonna have to put a lot of the bungees on. So if you know, you know. It's definitely a workout, but once it's done, you're good to go. It's almost like IKEA, like you have to put your own furniture together, but because of that, you get lower price. I feel like I have enough trampolines to open a studio now, but the only thing is I love my aesthetic, so I don't want mismatching rebounders. All right, these are the legs. You don't have to take them out yet, but feel free. So the legs right here, you can see they are going to be screw-on legs. Screw-on legs are great. The only thing I recommend is you just have to tighten them periodically. Ooh, they have a tool. They're such a really, this is so funny because when I originally started Jump&Jacked, it was blue, coral, and navy were our colors. So I love this coral color, and it's more coral than red. I'll show you close up, but that's so funny. This is the original Jump&Jacked color, so I could have mixed matched with blue bungees. I'll lay everything out and then just get the camera and show you. This is a foldable rebounder, as you can tell as well. So foldable rebounders are great if you don't have a lot of space. You have to make them as seamless as possible. So if you want to put on legs, fold your rebounder every time you want to work out, it's more unrealistic that you'll show up for your workout. Again, it's going to take like 10 minutes to set up your trampoline. Whereas if it's like just ready to go, you put it down, jump on, there's more realistic that you'll show up consistently. So that's my only thing with foldable rebounders, because they don't just fold easy because there are legs, there are things that get in the way. But it is good if you want to go on like travel or anything. Like you can see how small it gets. And then once we put it together, you can fold it in half like this. Again, I knew I wanted to say something about this, but I'm so hyped up on coffee, I don't remember. But tools are magical when putting on your bungees. It makes it so much easier. So keep this, don't lose this. I'll show you how to use it. So here we have everything for our safety bar, trampoline, bungees. You have the feet of the legs there. This is for foldable, bungees, instructions, and the legs. So this is everything you have. Now let's go to step 1 together. Now you get to see the full studio here. I just zoomed out because I want to unfold the trampoline on this carpet. If you fold it on a carpet like this, or even a carpet like this, it might get stuck when you unfold it. So do not do it on a carpet like this, or else you're gonna pull out the carpet. But I got my ping pong table here, the weights, as you can see. So now you can see a little bit behind the scenes. But what you're gonna wanna do first on the instructions. But opening it like this, they say you need 2 people, but there's a trick for this. You're gonna wanna get low on the ground. Start like this. Put one knee onto the edge of it, and then what you're gonna do is just lean into it. Almost like you're gonna lie down now, okay? And that's all you have to do. Super easy. You don't need 2 people. And then what you wanna do next, you don't wanna miss this step, is you're gonna grab these. Okay, so these are the safety pins to unfold. And what we just did was fold the rebounder. So if you wanted to fold it up, what you would do is just push it back. Okay, take out these safety pins. But we unfolded it, make sure it's completely flat. And then all you're gonna do is put it through the right angle here. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's more challenging. The part to make it easy is you just really wanna make sure it's fully unlocked here. If it's still slightly bent, it's gonna be a pain. So just know this is a good showing here that it's not just like easy peasy. You kind of have to maneuver it a little bit. Okay, there, that one was much easier. So just this one slides right in, and then you have to force it and just close it like this. So as you can see here, you just want to put it through and then make sure this is on it. Okay? And then I'll turn it around. So this one just angles a little off, so I'm gonna have to force it. You can get a mallet, a hammer, anything like that if it's easier. But again, what you're gonna do, if you can see here, you see that hole, lines right up. Take this thing here, put it in, and then it's supposed to go seamlessly through. So I'm just gonna go get something to help force it, and then you're gonna close it up. Okay? So I'll be right back with my tool. All right, I got my mallet. So the issue with these is this one's not perfectly lining up. So again, just a reminder why folding it would be annoying. Imagine doing this every time you wanna jump. You'll be like, I'm never working out. Yeah, there he goes. It's rewarding too when you finally get it. Now this beauty is definitely not gonna fold. That's that. Okay, next step, we're gonna put on the bungees. If you've put on bungees before, feel free to skip this step. But if you haven't put on bungees before, I highly recommend watching this because I will show you how to make it easier. Again, I put together so many. I didn't read the instructions, so I struggled and did it all with my hands. But this tool is seriously life-changing. I'll show you some tricks too to help you get a better bounce with your rebounder. First thing we're gonna do, I'll explain it from here and then I'll bring a close-up to show you. So don't worry if you don't get it from the first hand, but take the bungee. You see how there's this silver part here? First, you're just gonna put the bungee on this black part, and then you're gonna move the silver part right underneath in the middle of it. So again, don't worry, I will show you a close-up. Then what you're gonna do is put the bungee underneath. So right now you want the rebounder flipped upside down. See how the logo's facing the floor? So you wanna start like that. Again, silver part right here, into that black part. Bungee is underneath, so now it's on the top side of the rebounder. Grab your tool. So thin part pointing down. You're gonna put the thin part in between the bungee, put the thick part on the black part. Then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna force it, use gravity. It's easier if you put it on the ground too, and then you just kind of lean into it. Okay? And then the bungee's gonna be twisted. So what you're gonna wanna do is just untwist it quick with your hands. If you don't do this, then the jump's gonna be more firm because as you can see, the bungee's all twisted. So it's gonna make that bounce firmer. What you're gonna do, grab your bungee, put it in. So start by putting in just any part of the bungee, and then you're gonna move the silver part in between this. So see, it's right there. You're going to lift up your rebounder, just slightly, and you're gonna put this underneath. So see how it's not over, you want it underneath, okay? And then it's gonna move, so just keep adjusting that to be in the center. And then grab your tool, thin part pointing down. It's gonna go in right here. Okay, you see that? Going right there, and then come under, just like that. Put this part on here. See what I mean now by silver thing on black thing? And then you can kind of lean into it too. You're gonna let gravity do the work. Bam, okay? See how it's twisted and see how this one isn't? So what you're gonna do is just kind of push it up a little bit. It's just because the tool is so strong that it really puts it on, but you're gonna wanna untwist it again, otherwise it's too firm. Another good tip for putting on bungees is you go opposite sides. So put one on here, then put one on here, and then put one on here. Because if you do all of one side, then it's gonna be really tight and this side's gonna be really hard, okay? So we'll come over here and I'll show you again. So you got your bungee, put it on at any point, and then you're just gonna slide silver part here. Put it underneath, okay, just like this. Grab your tool, small part pointed down, thick part, link it here with the black part. Feel free to put your rebounder onto the ground and then just stand and then unwind those bungees, okay? If you have one like this leg, here's what you do. Same thing, put on the bungee, twist so the silver part's in between, put the bungee underneath the rebounder, thin part pointed down, thick part into the black thing, and you're just gonna put it around the leg here, okay? So it's just gonna be one bungee around the leg. I'll show you a close up. But as you can see here, you just want the bungee on both sides of it, okay? Last one, close up. What you're gonna do, put the bungee on. Silver part here, bungee underneath the trampoline, thin part pointed down, thick part into the black, and boom. And then you're just gonna untwist. This is honestly the hardest part. Just flip it back up like that, and you're good to go. You can also do this standing. So now what we're gonna do is just put on the rest of the bungees. Remember, don't put all the bungees on one side at a time because it'll just make it hard at the end. As you can see, this bungee is really pulling compared to that side. If you don't know, I do have mini trampoline workouts. So as you know, I'm all things mini trampoline, but I have free mini ones on YouTube because I want them accessible to everyone, just fun fitness. I know sometimes people can't afford fitness memberships, so that's why I like to offer free ones on YouTube. But if you're looking for full length ones, a community strength workouts as well, I do believe in lifting as well as jumping. That's why it's called Jump&Jacked. So there's strength workouts as well. So there's a Jump&Jacked app if you're looking for more. But if you're starting out, I recommend trying them on YouTube for free, see if you like them. There we have it, all the bungees are on, the hard part is over, we are almost at the finish line. So all you do is screw it on. So if you look into the leg, you'll see one side that has screw-like old fashioned. Okay, let's reword that. You can see that it's gonna be the part that screws on because there's lines, so you know that's it. So look for that part and then screw it on. That simple, okay? Easy peasy, and remember with screw-on legs, you just have to re-tighten them periodically. Make sure you do it as tight as you can, so I'll do that tighter. But then what you're gonna do as well is put on the leg, okay? This is a suction cup too, which is really nice. So if you have hardwood floors, you're good to go. Another thing you could do if you have your mallet, you could just bang it on. You could also do the legs first, see what you like. So look for the part that you're gonna screw on, put the other part, the foot onto the leg. What you could do is just kind of half place it, put it on the ground, and then push into it. So that's a good trick if you want, and then screw it on. So do whatever works for you. You just wanna make sure it's all on properly. So here you have it. First of all, look how beautiful with the bungees. This is the leg. See those lines there? That's what I'm talking about. This is where the foot's gonna go on. This is where you're gonna screw it on. Very simple. Again, how pretty are those bungees? I love this color. Okay, so you seriously, this is the easiest step. And then all you're gonna do, grab this putty. That's what we like to call feet for Larry. We call them his putties, so that's why. But I mean foot. Put it on. And again, you can do what you want first. You want to put on the feet first, that's okay. You're just gonna push it on, make sure it's on. If you feel it, you can feel it. Sometimes there's a little more room to push, so just really push as much as you can. And there you have it. You're gonna do that for the rest of the legs. And then I'll meet you at the next step. And there you have it. So there are all the legs. You just wanna go around, make sure they're all screwed on, nice and tight. This is the trampoline. You can take it like this and you're good to go. So what I like to do, see how it balances? You can just push it off to its side like this. So if you don't want to do the folding, like what we were talking about earlier, where you have to take off the legs and fold it every time, you can just put it off to its side and like push it against the wall. So it does sit up like that. The other thing you could do is just put it down here by your couch, and then you have a footrest. The other thing is dogs love to lie on them, so there's a dog bed. So you can tell it's 48 inches. So bigger jump, there's 40 and 48 inches, but I have the 48 inches here. I like that it's a good mix. Not too big where it takes up too much space, but if you don't have that much space too, you can get the 40 inches. But there you have it. I'm not gonna jump on it yet. I'm gonna save that for the very end. But if you're not doing the safety bar, you're done, congratulations. But if you're doing the safety bar, let's finish it up together. So here we have it so far. Next step for the safety bar, you're gonna need these pieces, okay? So pause it if you want. I'll leave it here for a second. Just make sure you have these pieces, and then you're gonna need this bag. Okay, it's gonna be really simple. I'll stay close for now because what you're gonna wanna do is pick 2 legs. So you're gonna pick one apart. So you don't want this middle one, you're gonna pick one, skip one, and then the next one. I'm gonna pick this one, see I'm pointing with my toe, this one, and this one, because then the logo is kind of centered. So I'll show you that from afar. Let's put on the safety bar. So next step, you see, you're gonna want these. As you can see, there's a hole here, and then on the opposite side, there's a hole up here. Okay, so I'll step back a little bit. Hole here, this is where the foot is gonna go in, and then a hole here. So this is important because that matters what leg you put it on. So what you want is this facing out, this facing in, okay? So if you're following along with me, put this out. What you're gonna do is put this leg on. So first thing, I know we already put the feet on, but you're actually gonna take them off if you're putting that safety bar on, because what you're gonna do is just slide that leg into that hole. Okay, so this one leg wanted to give me difficulties, but what you wanna do, again, see how this one's facing out, and then this one here is facing out. You're gonna put them on, and what you wanna do is make sure it's level on the ground. You're gonna take the feet off to do that. So I'll show you close up what I just did, and then you're gonna put this foot back on. So as you can see, what I did here was I slide the foot in to that part there, and then this is facing out. So you can still adjust it. And then once you have that, you're gonna put the foot back on. So you just lift it up, plop it right back on. Same thing on this side. And then this leg was giving me a little bit of trouble going in, so all you had to do was kind of lean into it and push. So after this, you can leave that foot on to the very end too if you want. But what you're gonna do now is you're gonna take this, see how it arches in, you're gonna put it in here, and then you'll line it up with the hole that you want. So the reason there's 3 different holes is because it's depending on your height. What you want is once you're on the rebounder, you're gonna want your elbows about a 90-degree angle. So you're not reaching too low or reaching too high. It'll be nice, relaxed shoulders with arms slightly bent, just like this. Okay, so you can do this and then adjust it at whatever height you want later. It's really easy to adjust. All you need are these. So all you're gonna do is put it in once you line up the hole. There's also a part to tighten down here, but don't do that yet because these are gonna move a little bit, because now the last step we want is this. Okay, so this is really easy. It's just gonna click in. So the safety bar is good to go. Now that you know, you're gonna test it up here. See about 90-degree angle, that's what I like, so I can hold on to it without reaching too low. So I put it on the first one and that was good for me. So I feel like that's gonna be average that most people will want. So put that together. Once you're happy with it, come back and tighten it. And then if you haven't already, tighten, what you're gonna do is put the feet back on. So you'll just lift it up, put it here, and plop it back on. Push it down, same thing on the other side. And we are almost at the finish line. So the last step here, you just put the screw in there and then tighten it with this Allen key, okay? You're gonna want that on both sides. Make sure the foot's on, make sure these are tight, and make sure this is clicked in. Okay, so do that there and then we'll test it out together. I'll let you know my honest thoughts of the Kensone bungee trampoline. So take a second to admire your work. Look how beautiful. I know that was hard, so be so proud of yourself for doing it. Again, it's not easy putting together rebounders, but you did it. And now it's time for the fun. Now it's time for the moment of truth. We got to test it out. So again, so far, no red flags. It looks beautiful. Looks like a lot of the other Amazon rebounders I put together. I love the size of it. Again, it comes in 40 inches and 48 inches. This is the 48 inches, so it's good to just kind of take marks, see how much space I have for lateral movements moving forward. But honestly, whatever size you get used to. I've had 39 inches all the way from 55 inches, and I love them all. As soon as I jump on the 39, I'm just used to it. Takes like a day, but then you just know how much space you have. So don't put too much thought into that. Don't worry, don't sweat. The only thing is if you have 55 inches and you didn't measure it out, some people are like, this is way too big, I don't want this. So that's the only thing I would say when picking your size. I'm just making all the creaks go out. testing it out. Lateral, side to side. See, so what I'm saying, when you have a spring, when you come to the edges, it's a lot more firm, but here it's equally soft. I'm so excited. Okay, I already know this is a win. I love it. The bounce is awesome. It's a perfect mix of firm and soft. Firm is really nice if you're just starting out, because the softer it is, the more like higher the jump is, the more you have to engage all of your muscles to stay to the beat of the music. This is an amazing rebounder. I am so excited. So the bounce is such a great mix between firm and soft. Firm is really nice to have too, because it helps you stay to the beat. It helps you get comfortable on it. Whereas if you have a really loose trampoline, you're going up really high, you have to engage a lot of your muscles to stay low, stay to the beat. So this is a really great mix. I love it. You can do all the moves. You can feel that low impact. No noises. It's not creaking. It's not doing anything. I feel really sturdy coming to the edge. I don't feel like it's gonna tip over. This is such a great rebounder. Thank you so much, Kensone, for sending me one. I absolutely love it. If you're looking for an entry-level rebounder, this is an awesome one. I highly recommend. I don't think you'll be upset. T-bar has that safety bar, so you have that for support if you're just starting out. It's so great to have something to hold on to, but it's so amazing. Honestly, such a great choice. So if you're just starting out, you want a rebounder but don't want to spend a crazy amount, I highly recommend this one. Up to you if you want the 48 inches or 40 inches. My personal preference would be 48 inches. It also folds too if you are worried about that, but as we've talked about, it is a pain to fold, but if you need it, it has that as well. So it's a nice feature to have. So if you're looking for a mini trampoline, don't forget to click the link below, buy your rebounder, or you can click up here as well. But this one, it's really great. I don't think you'll regret it. I absolutely love it. Again, I promise you I'd never recommend something that I don't believe in. I've tried so many different brands. This one is great. It's great. And you'll definitely be seeing me use it in future videos, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you have the most amazing day, amazing week. You rock, and I can't wait to see you on the mini trampoline.